Welcome once again to Two Drunk Dorks and Leslie. Hi, Leslie. We're going to do a 90-second battle today. And we've got some special magic cards out right now. We just kind of started looking at these and sorting them. What do you have right there, Walt?
Gandalf the White.
Gandalf the White. Beautiful. You know what I have? The One Ring.
Of course you do.
So transitioning from our,
I know. It's almost like we planned this.
our new magic cards into the topic, which we're going to do a 90-second battle on
The Hobbit, the books versus the movies.
Yes. So we actually have copies of the book and the movies.
Excuse me while I whip this out.
So obviously the book, J.R.R. Tolkien wrote this thing in the 30s, published in maybe like 32, 35.
They're all upside down.
And then the movies came out in the mid-2000s to, 2010, 2013.
Yeah, about 5 years after the Lord of the Rings series. But Adam, we're forgetting something. This is a 90-second battle, and this is Two Drunk Dorks, and before we do anything, we always have to start with...
Okay, so it is a 90-second battle, so for shot time less, what do we usually do for 90-second battles?
The Good Doctor.
The Good Doctor.
Hey.
Okay, so let's do it.
All right. Y'all get root beer.
Oh,
and I get
what about you?
Is it intense?
I get cherry.
Oh,
shit. Sorry, Jason. I didn't get you one.
Oh, Jason.
Jason also gets root beer.
Are these still intense, Leslie, or
Yeah.
not?
It says right there.
Yes. They are. They are intense cherry. So you have intense root beer.
I like
all
intense
around.
root beer.
Now, I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing, or what it'll end up being, but here we go. Here's to the first episode of 2024.
Cheers.
To taking
Cheers,
shots.
Jason.
Dude,
There's
you
a
need
dog.
help opening yours?
There's a dog.
I apparently have no clutching skills.
Mmm.
Oh,
So
Jason, you
tasty.
Getting weaker all the time. See, there you go.
You're welcome.
Magic.
All right. Well, great. Shots are fun. Have shots.
Shots are fun.
Yeah.
Oh. All right, so, and then what, out of curiosity, Walt, what are you drinking here?
Oh, just a High Life.
Oh, High Life? Okay, so I got a barrel-aged thing that I found just a single of. It's Boulevard Bourbon Barrel-Aged Quad. It's
Quad?
Actually, it's really actually pretty darn
I know
good.
what that is now.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, Two Drunk Dorks.
Yeah, thanks to our Wizard Burial Ground episode.
Yeah.
That was good.
Yeah,
Super
it's really
interesting.
decent. So, obviously, Tolkien wrote The Hobbit in the early 30s or somewhere around there. Movies
Started
came
as a
out.
bedtime story for his kids.
Yeah, he didn't expect it to blow up the way it did.
It was he just orally told it to his kids as a bedtime story, and then a friend of his told him that he should actually write it out and publish it. And
That's the cutest story ever. I love that.
Yeah, it is. And
really
that's
special.
honestly, Tolkien was a linguist, as we have talked about before in previous episodes. But this story was the first one that he published, and it was just really the bedtime story. The Hobbit, yeah. And it used characters of his Middle Earth that he wanted to describe the backstory of his Elvish language, Sindarin. So anyway, the movies came out in the mid-2000s. There was three.
Three of them, which is
Peter
kind of
Jackson.
controversial. Yeah, well, Peter Jackson took over. Originally, it was supposed to be done by Guillermo del Toro, but he was too overwhelmed and he was doing something else. So he dropped out like 4 or 5 months before production. So Peter Jackson had to kind of like swoop in, like with no time to make it like Peter Jackson-esque like Lord of the Rings. He just kind of had to pick up because Guillermo del Toro was going to do everything all CGI, which is he's prone to do and he's great at, but that's not Peter Jackson's style. So that is a kind of a reason why people don't like those.
Well, that's true, but I also think that by bringing Peter Jackson in, I think they actually turned out probably a lot better than they would have.
Well, he was the executive producer, so he was overseeing everything. But Guillermo was supposed to shoot and be on set, and that's why everything that happens in these three movies is pretty much what Guillermo del Toro had laid out, and Peter Jackson just kind of had to come in and be like, "Fuck."
Yeah.
So
okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a 90-second battle on the book versus the movies, and how just our opinions in 90 seconds. So, Stefan, start the timer.
Where is it?
It's gonna be right here now. Okay,
Bam, go.
Me? No, you go first this time.
Okay. Wait. What?
Book versus movie.
Book versus movie. I love the Hobbit book. It's a classic. It's an easy read. It's fun. It's endearing. It's great. I have nothing bad to say about the book. The movies, enjoyed the movies a great deal. I actually prefer the movies to the book, which is very controversial. I know there's a couple people I know out there whose anuses are puckering as we speak. But here's the thing. By doing The Hobbit after, I feel what they were able to do then is to take all of this lore, and any time you get to spend in Middle-earth is going to be a great time. So, book, 10 out of 10. Movies, 9 out of 10.
Nice.
Interesting. Cool. Awesome. Okay, so for me, I have a hard time ever scoring movies higher than the book, because in your own imagination, when you're reading, you're creating this tale in your head and you're formulating the characters, and the movies did a really decent job of bringing that to the screen. I mean, they did an excellent job of bringing that to the screen, but I'll still always rank the book higher than the movies. So I would say you ranked the movies 10 and the book 10 and the movies 9.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm right there with you. Yeah, the book's a 10. But the movies aren't far behind.
But in terms of it, like, I actually enjoy the movies. I don't have, like, I love people shit on the movies, and I'm just like...
Oh, I wouldn't shit on the movies at all.
I think the movies are great because they're not just The Hobbit. They're a bunch of other stuff.
So in the battle of Hobbit book versus movie, it sounds like book wins.
Book wins, but...
With movie trailing.
Movie,
close.
The movies are awesome. I love those movies. Yep. Well, okay, they could be better, but I still love them.
So if you haven't gotten a chance to watch them or read them, do it. Cheers. And thanks for watching Two Drunk Dorks. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.
If you have any, if you have anything you want to add, or if you want to shit on our opinions, write them in the bathroom wall down below.
We always like that. Or the last person said we're adorable. You can say that too. That's fine.
I think they're talking about you.
No, they were talking about you. They're probably talking about her, honestly.
Yeah, let's
Probably.
be real. Probably.
Anyway, thanks a lot. See you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.